What's up, everybody? Crazy Gamer 12 here. Welcome back to a new playthrough. So I figured, I haven't uploaded some gaming videos in quite some time, but yeah. So basically, I am going to be starting a new playthrough today, another Wii playthrough. So I figured I'd jump into a game that after playing a game that in Super Paper Mario that I was really unfamiliar with. And took a lot of patience and editing and, figuring out how to do things in order to beat the game. I figured I'd play a game I'm a lot more familiar with in Donkey Kong Country Returns. Let's do it. So this game is a huge part of my childhood, if you guys didn't know. I mean, anyone that really grew up in the early 2000s, probably, and was a Nintendo fan, definitely was a huge, loved this game when it first came out. I loved it I got it when it first came out in 2010. So yeah, so we're about to do this. Let's obviously start a new file. We're gonna erase one of these real quick. Let's do it. And yes, I will be playing this by myself. I wanted to play this with my friend Ben, but because he moved to another area with his girlfriend, it's like an hour and a half away, or like 2 hours away actually. So making plans with him in order to record us playing this game together would be kind of difficult. So I'm gonna play this game by myself. And yes, guys, I am wearing my Game Over hat right here. You guys couldn't tell already. So yeah, obviously this is the intro cutscene, or the introductory story cutscene. What's happening. So we'll go ahead and watch this real quick. Oh, actually, hold on, let me forgot to mute my TV, so that way you wouldn't hearing two of the same thing. My fault. Yeah. All right. So as you can see, like the little hypnotizing thing that these things do doesn't really work on Donkey Kong. Pretty simple. So, by the way, this is going to be a 100% playthrough. We are going to be playing the entire game from start to finish, getting all the collectibles and everything. So this is our first level. It's been a while since I've played this game actually, so gotta get used to the controls again. Alright, so if we go up in Donkey Kong's house, got a 1-up in here, or a balloon rather, an extra life. Go down here into the cave where the bananas were stolen from. You get some collectibles such as, and yes, so each level has a certain amount of puzzle pieces to find. This one has 9, so, and yes, I know where everything is. I've played this game before, so I kind of know where everything is already. So I don't really need a guide or anything to help me do this, which is fantastic. Also, we have the Kong letters. So that's technically to 100% the game. That's what you have to get, all the Kong letters in the game. The puzzle pieces don't count towards 100%, but since I know how to get all of them, I'm gonna go after all the puzzle pieces as well. So you've never played this game before, obviously this is the reboot of the original Donkey Kong Country trilogy, which I will be playing as well. I will be playing all 3 of those games, trying to 100% and try to get everything in those games as well. So don't you worry about that. I definitely will tackle that game, those 3 games. And I will also be doing Tropical Freeze. So I will be tackling all the Donkey Kong Country games on this channel. Don't you worry. So, yeah. Yes. So obviously, if you don't know how to control Donkey Kong in this game, I just took damage right there. Basically, because it's motion controlled operated, to do that ground pound thing, you shake the remote. Shake the remote a little bit. To blow at things, like you blow at those little dandelions, you duck and then you shake to blow. And 2 button to jump, 1 button to grab things, which we'll see later on. Obviously, and then also when you're moving, you shake the remote to roll as well, and you can kill enemies by doing that. And obviously, we have banana coins, which are a form of currency in this game. And I'll explain later when we get to that. But yeah, obviously, the puzzle pieces, what those unlock is like stuff in the gallery that you can look at. They unlock the background music. You can listen which it allows you to listen to the background music of the game if you want. There's like images you can unlock that are really cool to look at. And there's some other things I'll explain as we get along in the game. So, and obviously balloons are lives. That's basically what the life counters are, balloons. So, and here's a cool trick. So you may look like that O is impossible to grab without dying, right? So the way to actually do it is roll jumping. So you jump while you're in midair. So basically you roll off the ledge, and while you're in the air, you can jump in midair to clear that gap, which is something that the Donkey Kong Country games have always allowed you to do. And here we have ourselves a Diddy Kong barrel. And what Diddy Kong does in this game, he allows you to hover for a brief period of time, for like a second. For like a second and a half, to clear some gaps if you need to. Obviously I didn't do it right that time, but yeah, no worries. And obviously we have heart containers to refill your life counter, or your health counter. So, also we got these, pound these DK buttons, obviously we need stuff here in the background, just all kinds of stuff, so it's really cool. And, yeah. Again, this game is one of my favorite games on the Wii, and is one of my favorite games in the series. Obviously, I have a little more personal connection with it because I grew up playing it. Obviously, I'm a little younger than most people that grew up playing these games, such as like the original trilogy, and there's the end, by the way. Yes, I know I did not grow up playing the original. Actually, no. I grew up playing the first game, but not on the Super Nintendo, on the Game Boy Advance. The Game Boy Advance re-release of that game. I grew up playing that on my GBA SP that I had back in the day. Which I still have a GBA SP, just not the one that I had when I was a kid. That one broke a long time ago. But anyways, yes. So but I actually do have a personal connection with this game because I grew up playing it I got it when it came out in 2010. So this is more my time, if that makes sense. And obviously, if you were a fan of my channel from the very beginning, you know that I've played this game many, many times on the channel when I was younger, when I was a kid, when I was recording videos just for the hell of it. I've done playthroughs. I played co-op with one of my friends back in the day. I've also played this game by myself, both the Wii and the 3DS version, which I might play on this channel when I can afford to get a 3DS capture card for my 3DS. But unfortunately, and that's when I'll do a bunch of handheld games as well. Unfortunately, I can't do that right now because getting a capture card for the 3DS is very expensive to have that installed on your. Oh yeah, almost forgot about the rolling thing. So with Diddy Kong, you can actually continuously roll as long as you keep shaking the remote. You can just keep killing enemies. You can just keep rolling into them. So it's pretty cool. Gives you continuous roll. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So, yeah, so unfortunately, I won't be doing any DS games for a while until I can actually afford to get a capture card installed on my DS. And also, there is the G up there. That is the last calling letter. And then the final puzzle piece is past the gold barrel in this little hidden area here. So, what I'm going to try to do here, let me see if I can time it right. There we go. Got it. So, when it hits that DK spot, you just shake the Wii remote as fast as possible to times anything that comes out of that gold barrel by as much as 15. So, alright, we fully completed the first level of the game. Pretty simple. I could obviously speed run this and do it way quicker, but I figured I'd just show you guys how the game works. For those of you who have never played it before. So yeah, that was our first level of Jungle Hijinks. Our second level is King of Kling. And I know a lot of you guys are probably wondering why I'm not playing the Switch version of this game, which I do own, by the way. Maybe I might do a, I might play the Switch version. I have both the Switch version of Returns and Tropical Freeze. So, if you guys want, you can leave a comment down below if you want me to do this. What I might end up doing is, what I might do is, if I can get someone to play with me, either Ben or one of my, maybe some other friends that I have, or you know, whatever, if I can find someone to actually play it with me, I'll play the Switch version. I'll play the Switch versions in a separate playthrough, and I'll do that with another with 2 players. But I'll do the Wii version, the Wii and Wii U versions of these, like the original versions of these games. I'll do those by myself. So that's kind of what my thought process was coming into this. I could have played this with Ben, but I'll do the Switch version with either Ben or somebody else. But yeah, I don't really have a lot of people to record with at the moment. Jeez. Alright, so here's the cling part. So basically, this mechanic that DKC Returns introduced is the ability to climb along grassy parts. And you basically hold the 1 button so you don't rip off. And it's basically how you platform about in these sections. But yeah, obviously this is a very important mechanic to remember because it is there's a lot of levels with that mechanic in it. Oh yeah, also if you ground pound near enemies, you can stun them so they don't move, which makes it easier to attack them. So yeah. Also, if you hop on 3 or more enemies in a row, you can get banana coins. And if you get 8 in a row, after you get 8 or more in a row, then you'll start getting lives, which is pretty cool. It's kind of like New Super Mario Bros. In that way, because it is, if you land on an enemy 8 times in a row without touching the ground, you can get a life from that, or 1 up from that. So, yeah. Kind of cool how that works. Also, if you're wondering what these little challenge rooms are, or whatever you want to call them, bonus rooms, there's usually a time limit, and what you have to do is get all the collectibles under a 30-second time limit. And basically, if you do that, then you'll get a puzzle piece. So if you're trying to 100% the game, you'll have to do these little challenge rooms in pretty much every level. So, however, if you're not careful, you can definitely easily fail those bonus rooms. Trust me, I have before. So definitely want to make sure you're aware of that. But yeah. But anyways. So what I'm going to do for these episodes is I'll probably do what I will do is I'll do half a world in each video. Just so that way I don't take up too much memory on my SD card and all that stuff. Also just so the episodes aren't insanely long. I mean, that would mean less episodes per playthrough if I just did the bulk of the playthroughs in like singular episodes. But I'm going to shorten up the content for you guys just a little bit, just because I'm going to try to go in depth with some of these games that I'm more familiar with. Yeah, so for those of you who have been following my channel for at least the last couple of weeks, or last month or so, as you guys know, I am in my, if you guys don't recognize where I am by the face cam, or by the face cam, you could tell that I am not in my bedroom in my other house. I am currently in my new house right now, recording this. I'm still not really fully moved in yet. There's a lot of mess back there. There's a lot of boxes I still have to I still have to take them. I still have to put all my stuff, take all my belongings out. I'm still in the process of doing that. In fact, in 2 days, my parents are renting a Penske truck from Home Depot, which will allow us to move in the big bulky furniture that's extremely heavy into the house. So once we do that, we're pretty much fully moved in after that. So, but yeah, I figured I'd just give you a little life update for those of you who are curious. I know some of you guys really don't care about that, but I figured I'd just give you a life update. In case you guys are wondering by the face cam if the background looks very unfamiliar, that's because it is a new location. It is my bedroom in our new house. That's where I am currently. So anyways, but yeah, so basically I'm obviously going to fully complete this game. I'll explain all of the many mechanics that we'll have to worry about in this playthrough. But yeah, it's pretty important. It's actually really helpful if you get the DK, if you hit the DK part of the gold barrel at the end of every level, because then you can just get like you can get a multiplier of whatever you end up getting out of the barrel. So it's definitely, and it definitely comes in handy, especially if you're like low on lives, banana coins, or even like you get a bunches of bananas, which can give you a life. So, all right, so now I can explain what the purpose of the banana coins are. So they're the form of currency in this game. So this is the shop. So this is Cranky Kong's little hut slash shop thing. Each world in this game has a Cranky location. Cranky has a location in every single world that you can buy important items from. You can either buy lives, either buy 1 life for 3 coins, 3 lives for 7 coins, or for 15 coins you can get 7. You can also get a banana juice, which is really expensive. It's 20 coins. That gives you 10 extra hit points, actually. So you can get a heart boost, which adds 1 extra heart to your counter. Or no, excuse me. The banana, it makes you temporarily invisible, which means you can take 10 hit points without losing hearts on your live counter. This is also squawks, which helps you find it. When you get close to a puzzle piece, he'll start squawking, if that makes sense. And then you can also buy the map key, which opens locked paths in every single world. So obviously, if you want to fully complete the game, you'll have to buy the map key in every single one of Crinky's locations. So there's basically 8 map keys to find, or 8 map keys to buy. So that's why you definitely want to make sure you get a good amount of banana coins. As many banana coins as you can possibly get throughout the levels, because you always want to make sure you have at least 20. But yeah, just figured I'd explain that to you guys. And now, Treetop Bop is the name of the next level, Treetop Bop. Here we go. So yeah. Alright. And obviously, like I said, I'm super familiar with this game, so I technically could speed run this if I wanted to. But again, I'm just gonna take things slow just to show you guys how to do everything. So yeah, I got 3 banana coins there because I hopped off 5 enemies' heads in a row. And there's a lot of secret locations too. There's a lot of like secrets to find. If you really are exploring the levels, you can find a lot of goodies, for sure. So, I don't know if you can see over there, but there's a little ledge over there. So obviously to get over there, you can either jump and just use, if you have Diddy Kong, you can jump and use his jetpack. But if you don't, you can easily just roll jump across the pit. And that's where our first puzzle piece of the level is. So, here we got the K. And I don't know if you guys can hear that sound, but yes, every time you get a collectible in this game, or do really anything in this game, the controller will make noises, depending on what you're doing. Pretty good. I don't know. I don't know if my microphone will pick that up, but yeah. You probably hear the sound of the actual game more so than that, though. But if you guys are listening closely, you might be able to hear it. Ow. Here's the O. Alright. There's the checkpoint. One of the checkpoints. So you go down here. Here is Rambi the Rhino. So basically this is another mechanic that you'll see a little bit in this game. He can basically break through almost anything and kill almost anything. The only thing that he can't really do, the only thing that he can't really kill or walk through is fire. Fire will hurt him. But yeah, you can also walk on these spikes and basically get rid of them all. So it's kind of cool. And also you need him to break these little Rambi blocks that are down here. Down here is another one of these little challenge rooms. And there's about, I think, 7 or 8 different kinds of bonus rooms. Or challenge rooms, whatever you want to call them. I think they're technically called bonus rooms, but... Yeah, so you got 10 seconds. Yeah, I got 10 seconds. Should be able to get it. I'm going a little slow, but anyways, yeah. Got all that. I obviously can go a lot faster than that, but yeah, I'm trying to play it safe. But I got it, so we're good. Also, I should note, when it comes to bonus rooms, if you lose a bonus room, unfortunately, you have to kill yourself. I know, you have to die in order for you to be able to try it again, which is kind of stupid. Because the original trilogy, you didn't have to do that. You could always just jump back in and give it another shot. So it kind of sucks that in these newer ones that you have to lose a life to try again. But yeah, just figured I'd throw that out there, so you got, just in case you guys were wondering, in case you guys didn't know. Alright, so now we just gotta wait. Also, in order to get him to move faster, you shake the remote. Okay, we got the N right there. So yeah, if I touch the fire enemy, I'll still take damage, and he won't be able to kill me. But he can kill pretty much anything else. So, it's a cool mechanic. And we got some more blocks to break here, and we got another challenge room. And yes, some levels do have more than one bonus room in it. And as you can see, this is a barrel cannon oriented one. So yeah. Cool. And then obviously, if you go to the left, the G is right here. That's pretty cool. And then the last puzzle piece is in here. This little hidden area right here. Got some more bananas and another light. Oh, I missed the detail. It's alright. Yeah, so we got all the Kong letters and all of the puzzle pieces. This one only had 5. Most levels in the game will have only 5 puzzle pieces most of the time. But there are some that you have to find 7 and some that you have to find 9. So just keep that in mind. Alright, so I think I'm going to end this episode off of here, everyone. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.